What's up, everybody? It's Todd Ferris of the Ferris Property Group, and I am here swinging with Mr. Erick Cavalcanti with Ruoff Mortgage. We're calling this Swinging with Erick. It's a working title. We're not sure if we should be using that.
I'll allow it.
I'll
allow it.
maybe so we don't. Let's let the audience have a little bit of a break. But so I am here with Erick Cavalcanti with Ruoff Mortgage, and we wanted to do a quick interview, and we thought, where would make most sense to do an interview about the lending process, the mortgage process, than just a random park in the middle of Indianapolis?
Right.
Right?
That's the perfect setting,
with
actually.
Just a ton of kids staring at us wondering what the heck we're doing.
And parents too, so.
The parents are probably more concerning issue really for us. But we thought, hey, we're gonna ask them a bunch of questions, and we thought it'd be fun to do it from a park-like setting, just so we can be more relaxed, outdoors, socially distant, and then maybe even play on some of the playground stuff once we kick the kids off. So, you ready for some Q&A?
Let's do it.
Boom. All right, so first off, tell us about who is Erick Cavalcanti, who is Ruoff Mortgage?
So Erick Cavalcanti is me.
That's
so
good.
Speak,
That's
right?
been weird otherwise.
So actually born and raised in Florida.
Yeah.
Made it up to Indiana after I met my wife, Jen. But yeah, we decided to take our family up to Indiana just because it was a great place to raise a family.
So how about Ruoff Mortgage? Ruoff is obviously a big name around the country in mortgages. Sometimes we get scared of the big names because they tend to not have a local presence, and that is the one thing that we have found about Ruoff and yourself that we love about it, is that you guys, it is not a national brand. Even though it is, it feels like a local brand that happens to be working nationally.
Right, so Ruoff Mortgage, we're headquartered in Fort Wayne. So we're here locally in Indiana. We're licensed in a lot of the states, so we can conduct business in other states too. But yeah, it's a family-centric type of organization where they look after the employees and actually the employees' family members too. So one reason why I decided to join up with them.
Yeah, nice. Well, let's continue this, but these swings are so boring now. I'm going to use this as the mentality of a 2-year-old. So let's find another place and let's keep the interview going. You
right
good?
On.
All right, sweet. So we are here in the Spider Village thing.
The tallest point of the park.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
we just want to look down on the kids. So let's talk about some of the specializations that you do. I'm assuming purchase, refinance, you do it all. What's the story there?
Yeah, so the biggest question I get, which is kind of funny, is, so as a residential lender, we do everything.
Yeah.
But then we get the question, so do you do refis? And I'm like, well, yeah, we do it all. It's not a special lender that does refinance or specialized just in purchases, but we do all of the above.
Yeah.
Under our one umbrella. So.
Okay. And if somebody had questions about that, if they wanted to know if they could refinance, if maybe the rates are good for them to do so, contact you. How do they figure it out?
The biggest thing that we'll take a look at is their specific scenario to see if it makes sense to refinance.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'd love to earn your business, but if it doesn't make sense to refinance now, it may make sense to refinance maybe a year from now. That sort of thing. So.
Yeah, and rates are so low right now that basically it's free to get money from you guys.
Yeah, I would say somewhat free, but no, rates
there.
are at historic lows right now, and they continue to be.
Yeah.
So take advantage of the rates while they're low.
Nice.
That's what I say.
Nice. All right. You know what? Bored. Let's go to the next spot.
All right. Let's not fall on a kid, though.
No. So we found ourselves in a little bit of a tight spot. And tighter for me than you. You are very well in shape. Good job, sir. So here's a question for you, and we've run into this in the past. One of the things I wanted to make sure that people were aware of is that I've had several times where I've had clients or somebody that's tried to work with a different lender run into issues, then you come in and save the day, right?
Yep.
So what is it about you guys, Ruoff, yourself, that can do something like that where we just don't see other lenders being able to pull that off?
Well, it could just be either something overlooked by the previous company, or trying to find, not necessarily a loophole, but trying to find a way around the issue that they encountered.
Yeah.
So there's lots of times we can fix certain things that happen during the transaction. So it's having a good set of eyes going through the process.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times you've literally saved the day, saved the transaction for us. So,
or asking for like a 7-day close.
No, we would never do that to you.
Never.
Which I think when we did that, you got it done in like 5 days.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that in this COVID world of ours, this is probably the least safe place we could be right now. So let's get
the tightest
out of here.
Yeah.
All right, we have moved from the tube of COVID
Terrible.
into a more open air space here, and I figured it would be fun to end the interview with some questions. And of course, if you guys have questions for Erick,
sure,
please let us know. We're going to put his contact information out here, and so hit him up with any questions that you have and all your financing needs. But before we get there, if you get an email from Erick, you may see that he gives himself a tagline of the bald mortgage guy, and I haven't been able to place why that is. Erick, is there a reason that's come along?
Well, I happen to be a little lighter on the top of my head.
Just a little bit?
Just a little, so.
Oh, there it is. That's why we went to the shade, because we were worried about his head.
I don't want to burn my head.
But so I thought, what would be more fun with the bald mortgage guy than playing Are They Wearing a Wig? That was the best name I could come up with.
Are they wearing a wig?
Yeah.
So I need to guess if they're.
Yep, so I'm going to give you a celebrity, and you're going to tell me, do they wear a wig or not?
Okay.
Okay?
Do they wear a wig or not? Okay.
So let's start it easy. John Travolta.
He does.
He does wear a wig,
Okay.
That's right, yes. In fact, I just watched a movie with John called, The Lineman. It's a terrible, terrible movie. John has fallen. He has fallen a long ways. Feel bad for him. How about Kevin James? Kevin James. Wig or no wig?
So, who's Kevin James?
Oh, no. Paul Blart Mall Cop? I mean,
yes.
Classic.
He does not wear a wig.
He does wear a wig. He does wear a wig.
That's a good wig.
And by the
Paul,
way,
right?
Kevin, if you see this and you don't wear a wig, I apologize, but this website says you do. So we're going with the internet.
But it's that good because I didn't even know that it was.
See, that's what it is. Yeah,
so,
yeah. All right, this one, I'm going to put this one on the T for you.
Okay.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. He does.
He does wear a wig.
Yes.
He does. Yes, Sean Connery is he is a handsome fellow. I think he, like you, should embrace it.
They should, exactly. Just razors.
Right? I mean, all right, you ready? This guy, he knows his stuff about karate.
Karate?
He is the Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris does wear a wig.
He does wear a wig, and some
It's
people
pretty
would
bad.
say that the wig wears him.
Gotta get rid of
Yeah, his wig is really bad, which is really sad. So let's do one more for you. This is going to be a tough one. Let's go with Matthew McConaughey. Wig or no wig?
He wears half a wig?
I don't know. Yeah, well, there's questions. They say that they think he does because they've seen some pictures in between. But you know what, Matthew? Because you already have the tough times with your shorter arms, if you guys haven't ever seen him walk really short arms, we're going to let you slide on this. We're going to say that you don't wear a wig.
Yeah.
And I know you'll be watching this,
He makes
so I'm
up
sure
for
you'll
it,
be happy
right,
with that. But have you ever considered wearing a wig?
I have not.
I think you should. I think that should be your thing.
It was pretty rough when I first shaved it because it was super white, as I'm not like really white right now.
Right.
But yeah.
We are here at Holiday Park, and we have explored this place. We have had plenty of looks of question on why we are here. Frankly, I don't know why we're here either. But we thought it'd be a fun setting. This guy's a fun guy for all your loan needs, all your money needs, everything from refinancing to purchasing homes, all that fun stuff. Make sure you hit up Erick at the contact information provided. Thank you, Erick. We appreciate you hanging out with us
Anytime.
today and for going in the COVID tube of death with us.
That was amazing.
That was something.